Hello and welcome to the Pixelated Popcorn podcast. My name is Matt.
And I'm Tyler.
How are we, buddy? I haven't seen you in about a week.
About a week. Well, I've just started on my second day off. I've got 5 days off from work, my usual 5 days off, because it just feels nice to actually stop work for a bit. And I know I complain about a lot on work here, but it is a good job. Just can get a bit tedious sometimes.
As does every job.
I can agree on that one. But it's been an interesting week. It's kind of been a bit of a brutal week for me, being a wrestling fan. I've not really talked much about it on here, being a wrestling fan, but we've had two big deaths in the wrestling community this year in general for wrestling fans like me. I know you're not much of a wrestling fan yourself, but for me, I'm a big wrestling fan. I grew up on wrestling, so we've had recently we've had two deaths. WWE Hall of Famer Terry Funk, the pioneer of extreme wrestling. I mean, this guy is one of the biggest in all of wrestling. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. And it's crazy to think that he is now dead, which is very, very sad. And then recently we had an absolute genius in my mind, and also not absolute genius creative individual by the name of Wyndham Rotunda. He was known as Bray Wyatt in WWE. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If you ever get the chance to watch any of his matches, I highly recommend you go look up all of his matches. They all were just spectacular. And it just sucks that he's around my age. He was 36 when he passed away. 36. That's too young. He passed away of a heart attack because of COVID-19, which exacerbated some heart issues he had, and unfortunately, he was supposed to make a full recovery. He was meant to return, he's tragically his life was cut short, and it sucks. I don't want to talk about it more because I've been grieving with it all week, and it just sucks. It just sucks. But we're here to entertain. We're here to have a nice, solid, good evening. We've got some interesting things. We've got some funny ones. Got some really exciting ones. Matt, let's kick it off.
I think so. I mean, to go off your stuff. Sorry about your loss in the wrestling community. I mean, that fucking sucks. But
suck.
Here we go. All right, so which order do you want to do this in?
Okay, I want to laugh. I want to laugh.
Yeah, how about let's start with a laugh after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no. I want to talk about.
Went off script too.
I know. All right, fuck it. Let's just do it. Okay, first and foremost, I want to talk about Universal. I really want to talk about that.
Universal?
I want to talk about.
I want to get into that soon, but I thought something that's really funny that we can get off onto on the start. So gaming companies these days, right? They're out there a lot.
They're out there a lot. Yeah.
I mean, I know in the PC world there is a big company that a lot of people buy into their stuff, and it's a big corporate thing for them, and that is by the gaming company called Razer.
I'm literally looking at the show notes right now, and I keep looking at, and I just keep fucking want to burst out laughing because I can't believe they're actually doing this. Tell them, because I want to tell them, but you tell them.
Have you ever felt like you're lacking something in the bathroom?
You're looking at the right person.
Yeah,
lacking a razor.
I feel like we're lacking some like color in the bathroom. There's just some color that's just missing, you know?
Yeah, it's a bit mute in there.
Some RGB, but this time, so Gillette and Razer, Gamer Razer, has no lights and has no lasers, which is kind of shit. So I don't really understand why, if we got no lights. What the fuck, Razer? Anyway, after all this time, Razer made a razor. Well, technically, Gillette made a razor and put Razer's branding on it. Don't confuse this with the Razer this year's April Fool's Day joke. That was an RGB gaming mouse with an electric shaver built into it. I didn't see that.
Oh my god! So this is actually coming from The Verge. I cannot believe this, but Razer has teamed up with Gillette and are basically making a razor. Razer, the
An
company,
actual
is
razor.
finally making an actual razor, which I I just feel that this is finally
I
a razor for gamers, which is I'm just like uh, again missed
um,
opportunity. You could have added some I don't know some like a dual shocks onto it. Maybe add some buttons onto it. Maybe you could connect it to your controller so you can actually if you're playing a game you feel like shaving your
brand
beard
new
you can easily just
maybe actually, you know what? Razer is missing out on an opportunity. They should create their own brand new gaming studio and create
erase
shaver
a
simulator.
shaving. I knew you would say that. Freaking shaving simulator. Wouldn't that
And you
freaking
use that as a controller. Um,
you actually have to shave your own beard in order for the game to work. You'd actually need to grow a beard. Can you imagine that? You imagine you actually have to grow a fucking beard to do that. All
So
right,
it
so here's
says
the
here it
article.
is logo on a Razer. Gillette and Razer meet at the intersection of design, innovation, and cutting edge technology to unveil the limited edition product. Both brands collaborate on design elements in a variety of ways to leverage each other's strengths to create a unique and compelling product, bringing together and integrating the visual and brand identities from both partners to develop the Gillette Labs Razer limited edition product.
And honestly, I'm still looking at it and like the fact that they've said that straight up that this is a limited edition product and it's going to be rolling out at the end of August, which is actually in literally in a few
This is the
days.
end of August.
Yeah, it's the end of August now. It's today, so it should be out. It should be
Like
out
tomorrow
soon.
is the final day.
Okay,
Um,
so you can also buy Razer
so
branded
with
refill
that, a Razer
blades.
travel. You can also buy Razer branded refill blades if consistency is that important to you. Gillette told me that final consumer pricing is at the sole discretion of the retailer, which is not super helpful. But the regular Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar is like $23 or $30 with travel.
I'm sorry. It's just I find it so funny that after all this time, Razer is finally making actual Razer. It's
I want
2000
to
and
see how much it's actually.
so it's so
I'm looking it up right now.
okay, I love
Um,
this last part. Absolutely unnecessary further context. Back in 2009, Gillette made the Gillette Fusion Gamer and Power Fusion Gamer, which were the Fusion and Power Fusion with a slightly different color scheme and the word gamer on the package. It went about as well as you'd think. At least this time, it's got an actual gaming company and one with a distinct aesthetic on board. Still should have put an RGB on it though. Yeah, I want some LEDs. I want some RGB lights on it. I want to be able to connect it up to my controller. Just stick it up.
so I'm looking at Gillette's website now. I'm going to bring that back up again. Um, where is it here? All right. So it comes with, here we go, 5 sharp blades, an adaptive design with 2D flex disc contours to your face, ensuring the blades contact with the skin in every stroke. A magnetic stand, docking stand comfortably and modern design will keep your blades upright, clean, dry, and ready to use. It's got a lifetime warranty, razor handle backed by lifetime warranty. It's also a metal handle.
It just.
And it's got an exfoliating bar.
Oh
So
wow! It's solid bar. It kind of looks like the PS4 light. That part should glow. I know it's exfoliating, but like they should add like 2 bars. Like one's the exfoliating bar, and underneath is like an L. This is doesn't that little part underneath, like little circle, doesn't it look like you should add the
yeah,
Xbox logo? Right? Yeah, add the Xbox logo right there. Like like the symbol for the X
it
and make it light
kind of,
up.
yeah, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that.
Just hang on,
So
sorry.
build
Let me just grab my
exfoliating bar release
let me just
repairs before the blades part.
let me just look at get my Xbox controller and you can just add the symbol on the front and if you press it on your Razer, it turns on your Xbox One for you.
You know what though? Would not surprise me if someone modifies that.
I will pay someone to modify their Razer to turn on an Xbox. If you can do it, then that'll be the greatest freaking thing ever. I will literally be able to say to people, listen, I know you've got a normal Razer, but how about one that you can turn on your game console? It'd be so. Imagine if it got wet. Because most of the time you're using your razor in the bathroom, you got to wash the blade in the water to get most of the hair out. So, I just got to do that, and then look, this wrecked my razor turn on Xbox razor. This is just
Oh my
it's such a
god!
silly
So
thing.
keep an eye out for it. I'm not sure if this is also right now a US only thing. As soon as I clicked it on the link to go to that page, then it just went straight to the US site. So
Obviously, you might have to
keep
get.
an
We
eye on
might
it. We'll
we
see.
might get it in stores, maybe, but I doubt it. You know, I mean, look, honestly, good on Razer for making an actual Razer. I just think
Finally going to a meme.
it's going to be a meme. That'll get memed the hell out of, considering that they're making a Razer that's just teaming up with Gillette. It's not even made by Razer. It's made by Gillette. They're just sticking their logo on it. They're making it green and black,
Yep.
which again, you could literally buy a green and black Razer that's not even from Razer. So
Green and black? Is that what you just said?
I mixed up my words, Matthew. And fucking exposed me like that. I mixed up my words. It just doesn't really appeal to me. You kind of tell. I don't really use a razor. I literally use clippers and that, and clean up my beard like that.
Like when I got the Stormtrooper electric shaver back when the Force Awakens
Oh
was coming
god,
out.
there actually was one. Oh god, of course there was.
Oh, dude, there was a few.
Of course there was.
Yeah. I'll bring that up quickly to show you. Star Wars electric shavers. It was done by Philips, so they had a branding.
That's right. Philips used to do electric. Do they still do electric razors?
Yeah, man, it's not just smartwatch.
I don't know.
Here you
Look.
go.
Oh my
These are
god,
Star Wars ones. I really wanted to go all Luke ones.
they're nice.
So that's the one I've got.
Although the Stormtrooper one looks like a robot staring at me. Pair of fucking eyes. That's what it looks like. Hey, is the third one looks like the third one looks? Is that meant to be R2D2 for the third one?
This one here, yeah.
Yeah.
This one was Luke Rebellion, and then obviously
Kylo for the First Order, which
yeah.
We really, really have just reached the lowest level of humanity right now. There are themed razors when, I mean, cool, but also it kind of feels a bit unnecessary. Maybe it's just me.
It was, but
I don't know.
it was just a branding thing, for advertisement.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to move on because I'm sick and tired of talking about friggin' things that are shaving. I want to talk about the one that I mentioned earlier because I just laugh that they actually thought it was a good idea. So I'm going to kick it off. Since you kicked off the Razer one, I'm actually going to kick off this one. So, Matt, you love Donkey Kong, don't you? I know you love the character. You love him because he's part of a massive universe. He's got one of the... I mean, Donkey Kong 64 is one of my favorites. It was absolutely fantastic. I also used to play, Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. I don't know if Universal played it because they thought that it'd be a good idea to try to sue Nintendo over Donkey Kong. And no, it didn't work out, did it?
No, so do you want to keep going with the article?
I will keep going because
bring it up.
I just bring it up there. I've got the notes in front of me so I can read them here as well because this is hilarious. So basically, Universal tried to sue Nintendo over the rights of Donkey Kong because they thought that Donkey Kong was an infringement on their copyrights to the movie King Kong. See my problem there? Donkey Kong, King Kong. They also don't look alike. One is a video game character, the other one is a movie monster that actually predates Donkey Kong. And obviously, Donkey Kong is just a monkey. And also, he was not even called Donkey Kong. Literally, it was.
So it says here, creation of the game. The creation of the game Donkey Kong involved copyright infringement issues, as Nintendo had originally planned to base the game on Popeye but could not obtain the license.
So, despite.
So Universal,
Yeah,
Nintendo
despite the
was infringement
Universal's.
on their complete.
Yeah. So, despite Universal's initial strategy to intimidate Nintendo into settling, Nintendo's attorney Howard Lincoln successfully defended the case, which kudos, proving that the Universal's copyright claim to King Kong was hypocritical. Universal lost the case and had to pay damages to Nintendo. Oh, that would suck. So, Super Mario movie came out this year. You obviously had Mario, and you had Donkey Kong as well. They had a friendly rivalry, and it wasn't so long ago that Mario wasn't yet Mario. He was just called Jumpman, if you remember. You remember playing that game in the arcade? You okay?
Hello.
I'm here, right here.
Go.
I'm right here.
Yep,
My
keep going.
microphone's on. All right, so you remember? You ever played like Jumpman
So
when it was just yeah, you remember playing that? And like
yeah, I lost.
honestly, my mic's on, man. I'm not having any issues on my end.
Yeah, no, it was on my end.
Okay, so basically, Donkey Kong kidnapped Jumpman's girlfriend, taking the top of construction site. You know, if you played the game, you know what it is. It's just hilarious because that arcade game made its debut in 1981. Donkey Kong was a success from the get-go. It was also one of the first arcade games to have a humorous narrative, the first of platform games, and pushed Nintendo into becoming one of the giants of the American video games company. Now, Nintendo even caught the attention of Universal Studios, but not for the purpose of making a film. They actually already had the rights to a film with a giant ape that kidnaps a girl, a little movie you may have heard of called King Kong. And they felt strongly enough that Nintendo was infringing on their property that they promptly sued Nintendo. See, the thing is, though, Nintendo had already fought a copyright battle. Now, during its creation, Donkey Kong had already caught a copyright infringement. Nintendo's video game designer, Shigeru Miyamoto, an icon in the gaming community, had originally intended to create a game based on Popeye, where the spinach-powered sailor would rescue Ollie Ol from a barrel throw in Pluto. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on from which side of the half glass you fall on, Popeye's copyright lawyers stopped the game from coming to fruition, denied the licensing for the Popeye characters. Miyamoto kept the game premise, but changed the characters to Jumpman, Pauline, and Donkey Kong. As far as naming is concerned, Kong is the only real direct relation to the movie due to its immediate recognition as an ape, and with Donkey added because it was an English word meaning stubborn and stupid, and not a translation issue, as had often been rumored. Now, this game was released shortly after the director Dino De Laurentiis' King Kong remake in 1976, which was fraught with rights issues. Universal was already keeping an eye on the video game business for synchronous opportunities to utilize. So it didn't take long before Sid Sheinberg, president of the MCA and Universal City Studios, and Robert Haddle, a top lawyer with the company, decided that Donkey Kong was an infringement. Universal didn't attack Nintendo right away, but instead went after a smaller fish first. Video game company Coleco had already been licensing Donkey Kong in the US for ColecoVision, their home console. In April 1982,
Yeah.
after Schimberg threatened to sue Coleco, the president of that company, Arnold Greenberg, agreed to a 3% royalty on the net sale prices of Donkey Kong. They were a small company, so I feel bad, man. That sucks. Imagine having to give 3% of your royalty on the net sale prices of Donkey Kong because a film company's butthurt because they just think that Donkey Kong is an infringement on their rights to King Kong, even though it's not.
I mean, you know what's very funny though is that now technically Universal does has the rights to Donkey Kong.
Is that because of the Super Mario movie?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it
But
is
they can't use Donkey Kong without Nintendo's permission.
obviously.
Obviously. So if Universal did try to use Donkey Kong for anything else without Nintendo's permission, Nintendo would sue, and Nintendo would win because they own the rights to the character. Just the same way as
They do own the rights, but now Universal does technically have the rights to his use in film.
he's
So
used in film, but not anything else. Meaning they can't use him for anything else. If Universal decided to do, I don't know, if Universal decided to start their own gaming company, they can't make a Donkey Kong game without Nintendo's permission.
that's
Yeah,
not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that they have the rights to do the film. The only way they could probably do something gaming wise, which will have to have obviously Nintendo's approval, is if they did stuff based on the games. No, as in not based off the games, based off the movies. So if they wanted to create a game, it would have to be based off the movie, but Nintendo would also have to agree to be able to do that. Yeah, it's just
oh,
think,
holy crap. So, I'm just looking up further along in the case. Not only did Universal lose the original case, but now Nintendo was given the option to taking Universal licensing fees for the handheld game. Nintendo settled for statutory damages, and I kid you not, 56,689,041 dollars plus legal fees. That is a lot. Holy hell.
that's $56,689.
That's 56,000. Sorry, my bad. $56,689.41 plus legal fees. That's a big chunk for that time. Now, so Universal did try to appeal it a few times, but the appeals were just as successful for them as the original hearing. Nintendo would go on to take Jumpman to new heights as Mario, with Donkey Kong taking a backseat to the popular farmer for the most part. Universal would go on to finally realize their pursuit of King Kong remake with director Peter Jackson. And basically, the 2005 3-hour epic and would add King Kong 360 3D and immersive 3D experience to their famed studio tour in 2011. Whatever bad blood may have emerged from the Universal Nintendo legal battle of 1982 has been reconciled, with Universal distributing the Super Mario movie through its Illumination Animation studio. Clearly, nothing reveals friendship bridges like 1.3 billion worldwide.
That's
Kind of
insane.
crazy, that. That's insane. They went from battling each other in the courts to, hey, let's make a movie together, and now they can literally be happy because they made $1.3 billion worldwide on the box office. That's insane.
Yeah.
There you go. Universal tried to sue Nintendo way back in 1982 and failed miserably. And it is still funny to this day that a film company tried to sue one of gaming's most biggest giants. And imagine if they'd won. We wouldn't get Mario. We wouldn't get Donkey Kong. We wouldn't get the extensive list of
Actually,
characters.
looking at it this way, they are the biggest video game giant.
They are. Microsoft's not the big ones anymore. It's Nintendo.
Oh no, and Microsoft's probably third now. Is that right?
Third now. Yeah, they've said that they're losing the console war. They've actually
Switch has
lost the
already
console.
outsold everything pretty much.
I haven't touched my Switch in a while, but I will say this though: I love playing my Switch whenever I feel like it, and it's a good thing because you can come back to it. And you don't have to worry about updates. You have to worry about updates for it, but you gotta go worry about it when they turn on, and they're not gonna freaking delete your games or some shit like that if the console goes off the market.
Speaking of Switch,
What do you got for me?
I caved and I bought Red Dead out of curiosity to see how well it will run on the Switch.
It's the same game. It's just a simple port. Why?
It runs fucking great on the Switch. It runs
Oh,
really, really well.
just I talk about literally just buying these. You can literally buy Red Dead Redemption with the DLC of Undead Nightmare, plus all of its extra stuff that you can get. You can
I
literally
know,
buy
and
it for
technically,
cheap.
if you do that through the Xbox store, though, it actually
Yeah.
upscales it to 4K. I know it does, but I was very curious to see how well it would run on the Switch compared to when
You could have
GTA 4.
waited until it was like a pre-owned copy or something like that.
I know, but I was very curious, and I wanted to see if it was better than, obviously, the port of the GTA trilogy.
Anything is better than the port
And
of the GTA
I
trilogy.
can confirm
Anything.
a lot better. But just talking about Switch sales just before, a day ago, IGN posted that the Nintendo Switch just passed the Wii's total sales in the US.
That's insane. Like, considering that, I remember when the Nintendo Wii was released, a lot of people weren't really on board. I personally never got one because I played one. It was really cool for the motion controls at the time. But again, Microsoft had already done something similar with the Kinect, even though it wasn't really with the sticks or anything, but it was with your body in that. And the Kinect, the less we talk about the Kinect, the less better. The less, like, the most I'll feel better because I hate the Kinect. It
Well,
doesn't work.
I was
It never worked.
um,
We don't talk about Star Wars.
well, it sucks to be you because we are soon. Um,
Yes, I know, but not like not
yeah,
that version of Star Wars.
so
Not that version of Star Wars.
catching up with the Nintendo Wii is no small feat. It's among the most successful consoles of all time, ultimately selling more than 100 million units worldwide. It was able to achieve crossover success as part of Nintendo's Blue Ocean strategy. Its motion controls appealing to players who didn't identify as traditional gamers. The data attributes the Switch's strong performance this year to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which sold over 18 million units by the end of June 2023, thereby increasing console sales. Its performance can also be attributed to the fact that the supply of Nintendo's hybrid platform and other consoles has become more readily available. So it looks like, so showing this with the strong growth of the US video game industry over the past year, especially in terms of hardware, according to Sakana, the Switch not only exceeded the total US sales of the Wii in July 2023, but it also is catching up to the other popular previous generations. It's trailing the Xbox 360 by less than a million units, and the PS2 by a fewer than 5 million units.
That's crazy.
Um,
That's absolutely
and the
crazy.
only reason the PS2 got those many sales was because it had a DVD player in it. That was the only reason.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the like that was a big part of why PS2 kind of got a lot of sales, just because of the DVD player. And
Yeah,
honestly,
the main reason why
PlayStation
it got so much.
2, yeah, the PlayStation 2 to this day is still Sony's most successful console that was ever sold by that company.
It's
And everyone thought the
Guitar
PS,
Hero too. Like Guitar Hero was one of the main sellers. It was an exclusive
yeah.
game.
Sadly though, the PS3 never got that. It didn't make as many sales.
Nah,
It made less sales. But look, I love the PS3.
so do I.
I wouldn't I wouldn't go back and play it again,
Hey,
considering I can just
last
play the
Uncharted,
PS4 if I want to. Yeah.
you know,
I mean, the first Uncharted on that, you had so many awesome games. It's a good lineup. I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't go out of my way to get one. I'd much better get the PS2 or even the PS1. You know me.
I think last time when I bought my PS3, I think I paid only like 100 or $150 for it.
It's not as expensive as it once was.
No, no, that was not.
You remember when it
That's
first
one of the
released
reasons
and how
why
much it was?
it didn't sell well.
Because of the price.
Yeah.
It was like $1,000, if I remember correctly.
Wasn't that?
I saw some sales saying that was freaking about almost close to $1,000 back then when it first released. I only ever got a PS3 when I was a teenager. Give me a quick second, man. Hold on a second. Just had to let my cat out. But no,
No, yeah, you're right. Similar to the PS3 would be up above the 1,300 mark. It released at 999 Australian dollars.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, you're
I
right
told
there.
you.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah, that's what it was when it first released, and I think that's another reason why a lot of people didn't want to buy it. And the PS4 wasn't even that much because the Sony really tried to go hard with the PS3. I remember design for it. I remember when we first saw it,
It was a big boy.
and I was literally, it was big. It was a big, chunky boy.
We were complaining about the PS5.
Yeah. Look back at the PS3.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, man. Although, look, I will admit there were some pretty good lineup games on PS3. Nothing pales comparison to some of the best we had on PlayStation 4.
No.
Because 4 had some amazing games that released. But PS3, you know, I might do something about it on our TikTok about that, which again, you still need to give me access to it so I can actually do videos on the TikTok and kind of talk about it, but you keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Anywho, I will do something kind of like a throwback stuff on my knowledge on all the consoles from my time, because again, I remember when my dad got me the PlayStation 1 way back in the day. He bought it for my birthday. And then he got me the PS2 when it first released. And that was the console I had until, I'd say about 2016, 17. I can't remember what year it was, but it was I'd say about 2008. 2008 is when I had that PS2. I had it for that long. I had it for many years until it finally.
Out there.
You've still got yours?
Yeah, I got the PS2 Slim.
Oh, man. I remember I had the big boy. I had the original.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had it for years, and then finally it just stopped working. Like the hard drive, like the disk drive wouldn't come out anymore. No matter how many times I pressed the button to get it to work,
I see.
and it
That's
just
why I'm lucky. Mine just comes up like that.
yeah.
Like flat.
No. Oh man, so many memories. I just wish that PlayStation with the new deluxe in they got. I just wish they would do better with more releases. PlayStation has an entire arcade of like amazing games, but PS2, PS1, and hell PS3 games. They're just sitting on that mine and just letting out just little bits at a time.
Yeah, they are.
Whereas with Xbox, I can literally play games from the original Xbox. I can go back and play the original. I can go back and play original Halo if I wanted to.
Mm.
But yeah, that's not. But we've gone a bit off track here, so let's jump back
Oh,
onto the
right.
rails.
I've enjoyed that.
Mm.
Let's get into the Star Wars stuff, shall we?
Because we just been watching Ahsoka. I have been absolutely loving it. It's been
Yeah,
amazing.
I want to hear your thoughts on the first two episodes before we tackle episode 3 that dropped today.
This series is already making me feel like this feels like a proper Star Wars show again. I feel like we're not. I feel like we've gone away from Mandalorian stuff and like Book of Boba Fett and stuff like that. And the last, like with the few Disney shows I've been watching, like the last one I tried to watch and I didn't finish it was Secret Invasion because I wasn't interested, and I don't think I want to go back and watch it considering I know what happened with the finale, and I wasn't really happy about it. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but if you have watched the Secret Invasion finale, you know that I'm not happy with it. I didn't like it. I don't like the direction it's going. At the moment, I've just been pretty kind of over the Marvel stuff. If I'm honest, I much prefer to see what's happening with DC. I'm keen to see what happens with Blue Beetle. I'm really excited to see Blue Beetle. It looks damn good. But that's not the whole point. I really love this series. Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I just when she was first cast to be Ahsoka in Mandalorian season 2, I was already on board because I was just like, this is a great idea. We're
You
finally going to
were,
get a
but you
live
also
action.
were hesitant too because of
I was because of how much I love Ashley, because of how much I love Ashley, the original voice actress for Ahsoka, and how big of an impact she was in the animated series with Clone Wars, also in Rebels. So I was really hesitant. But when she came on screen in that episode in The Mandalorian season 2,
the whole episode, the Jedi. Yeah,
yeah, she made the first appearance. I'm like, yep, I'm fucking sold. It's literally Ahsoka. It's Ahsoka Tano. Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka, and she is proving it now with her own series. I'm loving
Mm.
seeing her come back. I love seeing. I mean, we've got Hera, we've got Sabine. We've literally had so many different callbacks to Rebels. I mean, you literally
Yeah,
see.
this is this is Rebels.
Yeah, this is Rebels. This is Star Wars Rebels. This is a
Right.
continuation of that story. And I know for a fact that we are going to see Ezra again. I believe Ezra's alive. I never believed he was dead. I believe that he's lost out there in the universe. And we will see Thrawn again. And I'm already terrified, man.
Now, you know how much of a Star Wars fan I am.
I mean, you live and breathe Star Wars. I mean, you literally have a whole bunch of Star Wars memorabilia right behind you, alongside the Hylian shield.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a little bit, eh?
Just a little bit, yeah.
I Yeah, you're right. I live and breathe this stuff, and one thing that I've wanted to see is Heir to the Empire adapted.
And I feel like it's getting adapted. I really feel like with this series, I mean, we're already getting a build up to it. You know exactly.
This is a setup really for Heir to the Empire,
Yeah,
and this also takes place after Return of the Jedi, where Heir to the Empire takes place.
yeah,
Kind of confirms for me that this is pretty much the new version of Heir to the Empire.
yeah, 100%. I can
Um,
agree on that one. This feels like a continuation of not just Rebels, but also the start to Heir of the Empire. Like honestly, when it comes to Star Wars villains, whenever you talk about them, you have to talk about Grand Admiral Thrawn. This guy literally was one of the most dangerous adversaries I think the
he's
whole
the top three.
galaxy. Pardon?
He's the top three.
He's the top three, alongside Vader, alongside Palpatine.
Yeah,
This guy, literally, he's not a Jedi.
he's
He's
not
not.
rage.
He's not a Sith. He's not. Hasn't got Force in that. The reason why he is so dangerous is because he is smart. He is a smart fucking man.
That which makes him threatening is the fact he's calm.
He's
That's
calm and
what's so
collective.
threatening. He
Yeah,
is so calm, just in the way he speaks. It's just terrifying that
yeah.
someone that much of a madman doesn't show his anger.
No.
Just talks calmly and quietly. And you're like, what?
He also has a respect for people who are
He's
just
an
as smart as him. He
he's
has
also
a
an artist. He
yeah.
studies everything by the artwork. He's yeah, one of the best villains I think ever created, and Timothy Zahn fucking made a great character.
I love the fact that we know for a fact that the original voice actor that played him is also playing him in
Mm.
Ahsoka, which
Yes,
I'm just like that is fucking perfect. I love that. I really hope that all the voice actors who played in the Rebels crew do get somewhat cameos. I know for a fact that if we ever got Freddie Prinze Jr. to show up as a cameo, I'll be so happy because Kanan is one of my favorite.
as a holocron of Kanan, that would be
Oh
sick.
my god, I would lose my mind. I mean,
That would
I loved Kanan Jarrus so much. I love Caleb Dune. That's his real name. If you haven't watched the series, I highly recommend it. Um, I loved just I loved Rebels, man. It was such a different take on Star Wars. It literally just felt like we're not with Skywalkers or anything like that. I mean, we do get Vader in the Rebel
as
series.
this is going to be very controversial. Rebels is a much better animated series than the Clone Wars.
Oh boy. Okay. Whoa, we went there. That is ballsy, considering that
Yeah,
Clone Wars, like season 7, is one of my favorites. I loved season 7 because it was so fucking good, man. It was solid.
oh
It
yeah,
literally went straight into Revenge of the Sith and the destruction of the Jedi Order. So the fact that I'm going to say this, I have to agree with you on this.
Um,
I loved I loved more of the duels in Rebels than I did in Clone Wars.
um,
But that's
the
enough
reason
about that.
why I love Rebels more than the Clone Wars is purely because it's a constant story.
Yeah, there's nothing like it's
Clone
not
Wars,
like you're.
like, here's this episode. This part takes place here. But the conclusion of that episode is all the way in another season, in season 3.
Yeah.
Why? Why? It
Whereas
should
with
have been a constant flow, not just
yeah,
each episode was just filler episodes, which then all led into something eventually if you watch it in chronological order.
100%.
And look, I love the Clone Wars. Don't get me wrong. I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
I love it. But just Rebels to me was better writing, better storytelling. It was just a constant flow.
Yeah, 100%.
And now into this. And there's a few things. They did a shot for shot copy of pretty much the finale of Rebels with
Yeah,
Ahsoka.
100. Yeah,
And
with Ahsoka.
they did that. It's really good seeing Sabine
Oh, she looks
in live action.
great.
She looks fantastic. But I am loving the new villains, man. I am loving them. The Sith. Well, they're not even.
They're not Sith.
They're not.
They're not Sith.
Inquisitors.
They're not
One
Sith.
that looks like an Inquisitor, and that's the person I want to get into with you soon. I want to hear your theories about it.
So
Main man.
Natasha
Our main
Louis
man.
Bordiza. Yeah, I just want to talk
What
about
are
this.
your favorite
Natasha.
Punishes?
No, look, I just want to go
He
over
is
the cast.
fantastic.
Yeah, Ray Stevenson, man, absolutely phenomenal as Balin Skull.
What a final character to portray.
This is a really
I want to
good.
know more about him.
I really want to know more about him. I'm really happy with him, seeing him. I mean, this is literally sad as well, considering this is his final appearance. Because sadly, tragically, we did lose Ray Stevenson. He did pass away a few months this year. Sadly, he passed away at the age of. He passed away back in May, 21st May this year. He was. It sucks. He was only, you know how old he was when he passed? He was only 58 when he passed away. He's 58, man. That is so young. In my mind, that's young. I mean, yes, he's nearly 60, but like from what the roles he's done, I mean, he's done what he's done. I mean, he was in Marvel. He did the Punisher. He also was in Thor for all the movies. Even though I wasn't a big fan of him being in Thor, and that still a pretty cool character. But also, he is a phenomenal actor, and the fact that he literally got this really awesome, he finally joined the Star Wars universe, to then his life was cut short.
Yeah.
Now we get to see his
final work.
and his final work.
He's fucking nailing it. He's.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love Balin Skull. I love that he's not a Sith. That's the thing I like the most. He's not a Sith Lord.
Who's his apprentice?
His apprentice, or do you mean the character's name or the actor?
The character.
She plays Shin Hati, played by Ivana.
She's Australian, you know that, right?
Wait, the actor. Who?
Oh wait, no, she's not.
She's Ukrainian. She's from Ukraine.
What
Yeah.
was it that was Australian then? Dad said something that someone that's in this was Australian. Natasha.
I'm just checking out Natasha. Yeah, Natasha Louis Bodizer is an Australian actress.
Yeah.
She literally played in Netflix's Crashing Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. That's where she made her debut. So she's playing Sabine. She literally has only been in a couple of, her filmography is pretty short. She started acting in 2016. She was in The Greatest Showman. She also was in Guns Akibo.
Natasha.
The boy, yeah,
Who was she in The Greatest Showman?
Deng Yan in The Greatest Showman. So she's also in Day Shift, which is a Jamie Foxx American comedy horror where he kills vampires. Kind
Oh,
of
she fucking
hilarious.
was.
Um, but now she's Sabine Wren in Ahsoka, and she is goddamn killing it. And
She is
I am
killing it.
so
I
excited.
wasn't sure at first, but halfway through that first episode, I was sold. I was 100% sold.
Yeah. So
Look,
yeah.
I have a
So Natasha is yeah, she's selling it. We've also got Mary Elizabeth Winstead who is playing Hera.
I have, I have an issue with her.
Why?
It's just something's not right with her. With her Hera. She just looks a little off.
I like it. I don't care what you say. I like it. I reckon she looks
I like her
fantastic as.
portrayal. Don't get me wrong. I think portrayal wise, she's nailing it. Her personally is nailing it. There's just something with the look that is a little off, and I think it's to do with her face structure, like her head structure. Just looks a little off. I mean, if we can get Cad Bane looking like fucking Cad Bane,
I just feel that she is doing it very well. She's
yeah, as I said,
Oh,
she's doing
okay.
great. It's
Okay.
just
All right, that's
it's
kind of
a
cool.
little look.
Do you want to know who her spouse is? Who Mary Elizabeth
You
Winstead?
know this? You
It's
didn't
Ewan
know this?
McGregor. I didn't know it
How
was
did you
Ewan
not know this?
McGregor.
And his
He
daughter
ma-
was also in Obi-Wan.
What the fuck? She was married to a filmmaker by the name of James. They divorced in 2017, and she married Kenobi. It's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, she is fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Um,
Yeah, she did.
uh, so episode 3. So tonight's episode.
It was pretty good.
Actually, before that, sorry, I'm off topic. Not off topic. I'm all over the place right now.
You're jumping.
Can we talk about Sabine's lightsaber fight?
That was really interesting, considering she was wielding Ezra's green lightsaber that she passed on to him before he disappeared at the end of
No,
Rebels.
he passed on to her.
Yeah, he passed on to her. I said that wrong. But seeing her with a lightsaber is so cool because considering that she used to wield the dark saber before she gave it back to who'd she give it to again?
Did she give it to Bo?
Yes, it was. It was Bo-Katan. It was Bo-Katan. She gave it. She gave it to her. She gave the. She literally surrendered it to her to lead the Mandalorians. But no. Seeing her with a lightsaber taking on Hati was really good. Taking on Shin, I'm liking this, but oh,
Yeah.
I'm hearing that noise again on your
Sorry.
end. I'm hearing that noise again on your end. Oh, there we go, Matthew.
I was playing a video.
For goodness sake. But no, just
It's to do. It's the wrong.
seeing
No,
just
that was the
when
right
she
button.
got like when she got stabbed through the chest, I was just like, oh god, no, don't do this. I panicked because I was like, don't you fucking kill
I
her.
was as
Don't you
well.
fucking kill her. You don't kill Sabine. You do not kill Sabine. And I'm very happy that she survived that. But also, when she started wearing her armor again, oh boy, I was so excited.
Oh, when she pulled that
I
out.
was like, I
Oh
can't
yeah,
believe she
I
kept her
was for sure that one.
Mandalorian armor because she is Mandalorian. And now she's training to not only just be a Mandalorian, but she's also training to be a Jedi under Ahsoka because Ahsoka was going to teach her to be a Jedi. You saw that at the end of Rebels, where she was going to train to be a Padawan. Obviously, it didn't work out. You know, Ahsoka.
Yeah, I really want to know that backstory. I feel like we're going to
I
see
feel like
some
we'll
of that.
see that a lot because obviously Sabine still feels a bit of resentment from Ahsoka because of her walking away. And this is nothing new to Ahsoka. Remember, Ahsoka walked away from Anakin, that she never completed her training to be a Jedi. She
Mm.
and like I loved in the latest episode with number 3 when she's still training her. She literally said to she's literally said to her, "I don't want her to be a Jedi. I want her to be herself." And I'm like, that is literally. I always wanted Ahsoka to have a Padawan, to have someone to learn to her, because I think she's really good at it. I think she's absolutely perfect at being a master. Because again,
I hated Ahsoka when she first came out.
really,
Hated her.
why?
Not in this. No, like the character in general. I hated her.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I think most of the fucking Star Wars community hated the character when she first came out, because the first time we saw her was in that Clone Wars animated movie.
Oh, the first one. Oh,
Yeah, the movie, the actual movie, the Clone Wars animated movie, not the 2D one. This is the first time seeing the 3D one that is canon, by the way.
mm-hmm.
When we first get introduced to her, and she's just like Sky Guy, Sky Guy, Sky Guy. I was like, shut the fuck up! You're fucking annoying. But then her character development came further and further in the series,
She
and it just
matured.
she became one of my favorite characters of all
She's
time.
also,
And
in my mind, when it
now
comes
is
to,
one of the top 3 of my favorite Jedi.
I mean, when it comes down to it, a lightsaber fight. I mean, we saw it in Rebels, a lightsaber fight between her and Vader. I think Vader knew for a fact that.
I hope we get a live action flashback of that scene.
Oh my god! If that ever happened, I'd literally probably lose my goddamn mind if they ever did a live
I mean,
action.
look, this episode today, I lost my fucking mind
Yeah.
a couple of times. And fuck it. By the time this episode comes out, it'll probably been a week. What the? See, on this end, it looked like you farted,
It just annoys
and you
me.
pulled a face while that noise. While that noise happened, you pulled a face, so it looked like.
No, it's just.
By the way, I'm uploading this whole fucking show as a video. By the way, just so I let you know.
You're good. Got the time stone, so I can just turn it back.
Yeah. By the time this gets out, fuck it, spoilers are gonna be
Yeah,
out.
of course, 100%.
Seeing Jason.
Oh, just. And when he said he wanted to be a Jedi, I was just like, oh.
I got off my couch and I fucking danced around, got right up to the TV, going, "Fuck yeah, it's Jason!"
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited to see him.
Jumping up and down, going, "Jason, Jason, Jason!"
When Chancellor Moff Gideon, when she mentioned like how's
Moff Gideon,
Moff, when I said Moff Gideon, God damn it, I literally said Moff Gideon. God damn it. Just seeing her when I saw the Chancellor like mention, "Oh, how's Jason?" I was just like, wait, oh,
she mentioned it, like, "Oh, is that all we're gonna get?" And then she goes, "He's here on the ship." I'm
where
like,
is he?
"We're going to see Jason."
Where is he? Where is he now?
The other time in this episode I jumped up and down was when we saw the space whales.
Oh, I was just like, another Ezra Bridger reference right there.
I'm like, okay, we're getting very close to seeing these two.
I know, very, very close.
I think next episode, man, we're definitely seeing Thrawn and at least and Ezra. I have to think that.
Although the interesting thing about it, that the Morgoth character, the guy that's masked, that's hanging out with
Morok.
Where is he?
Morok.
Yeah, Morok. Who is he?
I want to know your theory. Who do you think?
I think it's Ezra. I honestly feel like it's Ezra.
I don't.
It's Anakin.
There are reasons why I don't think it's Ezra.
Why?
I don't think it's Ezra. One, because he's already been tempted by the dark side once, and he knows not to go near.
Mm-hmm.
2, Kanan taught him so well to be able to be what's the word? Interested into the dark side, but also to know to back out of it as soon as he can.
Yeah.
I don't. He would also, and on top of that, he does. They're his best friends.
He would
Right?
never fire on him.
They're family.
Mm.
I know the dark side can manipulate that. I know that, but they've gone through so much together, and I don't think it's him. And here is my other reason why I don't think it's Ezra. At the end of last week's episode,
Mm-hmm.
did you watch the credits by any chance?
Like the proper credits, like the cast and crew credits.
Yep.
No, I didn't. Did I miss something?
There's a certain actor that was credited.
Who was it?
Sam Witwer.
No way. There is no way that could be who I think it is. If it's him, I will lose my goddamn mind. Oh, okay. If we're going into Starkiller, then holy. If we're going to fucking Galen Marek territory, oh boy. If it is him,
You just said the name, man.
it's Galen
What was his last name?
Marek.
And his name is Marok.
If it is Starkiller, if it is Galen Marek, then we're dealing with probably one of the most insanely powerful Jedi / Force user.
And I'm pretty sure Sam or Feige mentioned that we will see a canon version of him soon.
I'm already terrified, man. This guy literally, this Jedi, this Force user, literally brought down starships with the Force. He's so
One hand.
One hand. He is so insanely powered. Okay, he is so insanely powered. He took on Vader, managed to beat Vader, and then he said, "Fuck it," went OP, and decided to take on the Emperor too.
Yep. I think that could be him.
If it is him, then
I think an underpowerful version of him, obviously,
because they could not have him at his full potential. He would crush everybody.
I have a feeling it's him. There's a reason that they're being unseen.
They want to keep it a surprise.
There's a reason his mouth is all muffled. His voice is muffled.
Which I like that.
I think it would be him, which would be fucking sick.
If it is him. I do love as well that he's got an Inquisitor's lightsaber.
Also, I want to talk about Ahsoka's ship for a minute.
I love the design. It's a Jedi based ship.
It is a Jedi based ship.
Mm.
But do you know what it reminded me of in tonight's episode?
What do you remind you of? Bring it up for me.
It reminded me of this.
Why is that shit?
It reminded me of the Ebon Hawk. No, it's the Old Republic.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I do see it.
Yeah. Right?
Different design for what we saw in the show for Ahsoka.
Design, all those color panels match up.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the Ebon Hawk.
No, it's not.
We know that. We know it's not the Ebon Hawk, but
Knights of the Old Republic take place like thousands of years before even.
And it's also non-canon. There are parts from it that are canon, like obviously Revan and all that stuff. But there were parts of this ship design. I was like, kind of looks like the Ebon Hawk.
I am still waiting for them to do live action Revan, and if they do, I will. You'll never. I will disappear for a couple of days just to kind of.
I think Ahsoka does really well, which I'm
I
hoping
really
it
hope it
does
does. I
because
really want a Revan series.
I would like to see a
A
Revan
Revan
series.
series would be so good. Revan. I mean,
And Keanu Reeves, obviously.
I want Keanu, man. I mean, Keanu can fucking pull it off. Being that cold, calculated, just killer, especially with John Wick, and now he's finished with John Wick. His book is quite open to doing roles.
So while we're on the discussion of then a Geek made a post just before too, a day ago. We'll get into that too. I want to read that. But while we're here in the Ahsoka talk, I just quickly looked up some Easter egg stuff. So Sabine's Jedi training finally honors George Lucas's Japanese inspiration. Yes, it does. It
What
does.
does?
Here, let's bring it up. Hopefully this doesn't screw up everything, because this is what it was doing last time. Work.
It doesn't want it. It hates you.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, here we go. Load. Oh my god. Do it. It should be loading up. Should be loading up. Here we go.
All right.
No. God.
It doesn't want to.
Oh my god. All right. So pretty much. Anyway, fuck it. We'll just go with it. So Sabine's Jedi training finally honors George Lucas's Japanese.
Yes, they're using. They're
There we
they're
go.
not using
There we
lightsabers.
go.
They're not use. I love that they're not using lightsabers. They're using proper wooden katanas for training, and also the mask is Japanese
Can we also
inspired.
right here?
Pardon?
This guy right here, quickly.
Yeah, the droid.
Fucking the Doctor.
It's I love the fact that it's David Tennant, which I didn't know until I saw the casting list. I was like, it's fucking David Tennant, man. That is awesome.
The next one is Ahsoka gives the perfect description of the dark side. So while training Sabine, Ahsoka gives the perfect description of the nature of the dark side, anger and impatience.
Mm.
Fuck off, ad. Give a quick power boost, but they cost a Jedi their balance. Very much how George Lucas himself understood the dark side and its three represented in official Star Wars canon. Shows the new repeat, which was sick. That was cool. Seeing the defense. The Senate committee includes two familiar faces, Mothma, and Genevieve O'Reilly's. Yeah, sorry, Genevieve's mom, Mothma is Senator as star of the Star Wars Resistance animated TV show. It fucking is. Oh, I knew it. I thought that was him. Hated Resistance.
What's up?
But I thought
Say it again.
it was. So the second senator, other than Mon Mothma, was Hamato Shiono, who sung Kaz, will be the star of the Star Wars Resistance animated TV show.
Interesting.
Resistance wasn't.
That's cool.
Show.
No, I heard it wasn't really good.
Obviously, we mentioned before Jason
there he
Syndulla,
is,
son of Hera and Kanan. It was so good to see him. It was so good to see him.
I love the green hair, and I love the green hair. I love that. Love they gave him the green hair.
This is a good question, and this will break my heart. Which I feel like this show is going to break my heart in multiple ways. It's unknown whether Jedi Temple, though hopefully not, because if so, he may have become one of Kylo's victims.
Oh, for God's sake, just don't do that. I mean, I was already scared when he went with when Luke took Grogu. I was like, don't you fucking dare. He cannot go to no temple that Luke Skywalker runs. No children can go there. Young Hin's Jedi standards were rewritten 1,000 years ago. Interesting.
Yeah, so for 25,000 years, firm for a millennium, which suggests that were only codified 1,000 years ago. This was after the defeat of the Sith,
Yeah.
which led to reformation of the Republic. It appeared Jedi protocols prior to this were very different. He also hints that there being other Mandalorian Jedi, obviously.
Well, we don't know all the history of the Star Wars and Mandalorian.
You know,
I mean, they've got yeah. Interesting. So who else we got? Star Wars rewrites Mandalorian history, and it's oh, you okay?
That was just
Shin wears a Clone Wars Jedi headset. Ah, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that at first, but now I'm just like, hang on a second. Now I see it.
Am I also the only one that thought that she looked like Jedi?
Yes, I do see it. I do see it.
I thought it was her. I thought it was his ship, but just
No, Hyun confirms that
the
the
Eye
Eye
of
of Sion
Sion
is a hyperspace ring.
hyperspace ring.
Star Wars finally shows a live-action Pure. Oh, that's right. These are the first time we ever see him in live. Like, well, actually, no, this is the second time we see them because we actually see a brief glimpse of them in Mandalorian Season 3. Yes, which I really love seeing them, but now we see live-action versions of them. These are the whales that literally can go into... Yeah. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah. We only saw, like, the shadow, didn't we?
Shadow.
We saw
This
the
is the
shadow.
second time we see them, but this is the first time we ever see them in live action, up close and personal. And the first one, the history of the Star Wars galaxy is blown wide open. That you can actually Purgle can travel
We're
between.
To a whole new
we're gonna go to another galaxy, which I'm just like, this is the first time I think Star Wars has ever stepped into this territory. They've never done this before.
I think so too. And this intrigues me because now we're going to be able to tell more stories.
Because now we're going to be able to travel to
we're
different
not just
galaxies
surrounded by the regular planets that we know and love. If we're going to a whole new galaxy, there's new planets, there's new species. There's just so much more storytelling that you can go into those places, and I'm fucking down for that.
I mean, if we're going to the galaxy, probably never even heard of a Jedi. What if they go there and they can't use the Force? What if they go there and they can't use the Force?
Exactly.
They could go to a galaxy where the Sith are everywhere.
As I said, the story is endless with that stuff.
So,
Denno Geek is saying, when the series rolls credits with that beautiful new theme from the longtime Star Wars composer Kevin Kiner, the best replacement to Star Wars fucking music other than John Williams. You're taken through what looks like a lot of ancient star maps that both the good guys and bad guys are searching for in the series. But for those who haven't deciphered the ruins, it's unclear what's written on these maps. Fortunately, one eagle-eyed Redditor has done the translation work for you, revealing how the credits reference locations from Star Wars past and, more excitingly, its potential future. Let's open up the Twitter. Sorry, the X. Fucking Elon.
Open up X.
It's just loading. Okay. All right.
Oh, so, actually, I don't know if you know this. Oh, you might know this, of course. Do you know who voices Chopper?
Who?
It's Dave Filoni.
Perfect.
Yeah, Dave Filoni reprises his role as voicing C110P Chopper. Hera's
Chopper was so fucking perfect in
I love
episode
that.
2.
I love that.
He was so perfect.
Hayden Christensen is also set to appear as Anakin Skywalker. Ahsoka Tano is now a deceased former Jedi Master who had fallen to the dark side of the Force and became Darth Vader. We're going to see
So
Hayden.
we're apparently on one of the future planets here called Odin.
Viking reference?
So it's spelled Odyn.
Interesting.
I'll send this through to you, and I'll post this on our Facebook page and our Instagram. This image. But yeah, man, I'm so excited. I think for sure next week we're seeing Thrawn. We have to soon. You
Right.
can't just have him in there for like 2 episodes. You have to have him for at least 4. If it's an 8-part series, we have to at least see him for 4 episodes.
I agree.
At least.
I agree. We can't just ignore him. And
Um,
again, I want to see. I want to. There's so much I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
excited.
let's quickly go over these last 3 topics.
Yeah, we
'cause
better. We've been talking about this for a bit. So, I've got a couple here. Microsoft's actually given Activision cloud gaming rights
Yeah.
to Ubisoft. This is coming from Hollywood
Yeah,
Reporter.
this is what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. So Microsoft's deciding to sell Activision's cloud gaming rights in a push to greenlight the deal. Now, this move comes from a UK competition regulators blocked their acquisition due to the concerns in the cloud gaming market. Now, Microsoft proposed divesting Activision Blizzard's cloud streaming rights in a bid to secure approval of $69 billion deal. Jesus. That's massive.
Fucking hell.
$69 billion. Also, nice. Now, this is under the agreement that Microsoft will not be able to exclusively release popular Activision titles like Call of Duty, Diablo, or Overwatch on Xbox Cloud Gaming or control the terms of the licensing to rival services. So they can't do that. Instead, Ubisoft will acquire the rights to the. Instead, Ubisoft is going to acquire the rights to the company's existing and future games for the next 15 years. 15 years. Holy crap. I will literally be 45 by the time that finishes. I'll be 45 years old. I'm nearly on my way to 50.
Fucking hell. This brings a lot of questions on what's going to happen though. Like, do you think that we could see Call of Duty on the Switch?
I mean,
Because
if
of
that ever
this?
happened, I mean,
Wow.
that's always been the constant thing of like you can play Fortnite on the Switch, you can play Apex on the Switch, you can literally play a lot of games
Apex
on the Switch.
go on the Switch.
I know, but still, you can still play it on there. But there is no Call of Duty. So, because, and I will say this, and I literally, it's because of Sony. Sony doesn't want it on the Switch. Sony and that want to hold on to this as long as they can.
But
Nintendo wants it.
Sony doesn't get the rights to be able to say
I
that.
know,
No,
but they still have a lot of different hold-ons agreement with Activision. Remember, they've got a big deal. Most exclusivity stuff for Call of Duty is for PlayStation, not
true.
for Microsoft.
I don't think we get a full mainline Call of Duty game. I like Modern Warfare and all that. I reckon the best that we could probably get will be Call of Duty Mobile on the Switch, which is still fucking great.
It's still pretty solid, yeah.
Um,
But I feel that in a couple of years' time, we will literally get a mainlined Call of Duty game released onto the Switch. Or
Switch 2.
the Switch 2, whatever they're going to freaking call it.
The Switch 2 will probably get a mainline one.
I mean, for God's sake, if that ever happened, I would literally be happy because I reckon that's a great investment. It'd be such a huge investment.
My favorite Call of Duty game is World War II.
Yeah, that was okay, minus some of the
based
bullshit.
on actual World War, like it's
Yeah.
actual war.
Yeah. My least favorite is
there's a lot of good though coming out of this Ubisoft stuff though.
yeah. There's a lot of things,
and it's really good for Sony.
Yeah, 100%.
They've got Ubisoft game cloud gaming as part of deal for their online PlayStation network. So, um, yeah, I think this is perfect for them. Then they're going to get so much more games coming from this.
Yeah, I mean, you can already on Xbox right now with Game Pass, you can literally purchase like an extra upgrade to get access to all of Ubisoft's games, including
Yeah,
all the Assassin's Creed games, a bunch of other titles made by Ubisoft like Far Cry and stuff like that. I mean, that's what my brother-in-law is doing right now. He's playing all of the Assassin's Creed games in
yeah.
chronological order. He's playing Odyssey at the moment.
Odyssey wasn't bad,
Odyssey
honestly.
was he's enjoying Odyssey. He likes Odyssey. He played Valhalla and he liked Valhalla. I played it and
It was
didn't.
all right. It was okay.
It just
Um,
I just don't like the RPG stuff for Assassin's Creed. That's why I'm really excited to see what Mirage does and hope it does it well.
I'm excited for Mirage.
Yeah, same
I
here.
hope we. When does Mirage come out?
When does Mirage come out? That's a good
Um,
question. Give me a quick second. Assassin's Creed Mirage.
got it right here. Um, do you want to know when it's coming out? It's while we're down in Melbourne.
Oh shit! Yeah, a 5th of October. But there won't be. There's no Ubisoft booth at PAX.
No Ubisoft booth, but I reckon something's going to be there.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of stuff there, though.
Oh, we're gonna be busy as fuck. But again,
Stay tuned for that, guys. We're going to do a little live stuff
we'll
on
do a
our
little
Facebook.
live stuff. Again, I've got some cosplay stuff to do down there. But we will be doing some live stuff.
Oh,
Obviously.
it will be mostly nighttime
Mm,
after the con for the day.
yeah.
We'll be checking some stuff out. I'm gonna try and maybe do a vlog for us. I don't know. I'll see what
We'll
I can
figure
do.
something out. Again, we've still got another another month to go. We've still got
Oh yeah.
we've got a month to go.
Uh,
We still need to secure our tickets, not PAX tickets. We're sorted for that. We need to get our plane tickets sorted.
yeah. Um, yeah. Look, I think this Microsoft cloud gaming stuff it's a big deal. It's
Yeah.
obviously a big deal because I mean I wonder if this was something that they used in court to get away with them buying Activision and Blizzard.
Yeah.
Is that they're going to say, yeah, we're going to own it, but we're selling off the cloud gaming rights to Ubisoft Cloud Gaming
Yeah.
so everyone can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
If that was their tactic, good work for them
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's a really smart business move to be able to secure those rights.
I honestly feel that this is going to be a big game changer to have access to like this is just such an interesting awesome idea for Ubisoft to have exclusive gaming
I
like cloud gaming rights.
probably going to be Ubisoft's savior, to be honest.
Yeah, because the
They've
Ubisoft
been going
needs a
broke.
savior.
They've
Yeah, the Ubisoft. I'm not going to
and this,
sugarcoat it. Ubisoft is going broke. They are literally going broke right now.
yeah, I think this is going to definitely save them, and it's definitely going to help them an awful lot money wise.
Money wise, yep.
All right, let's go over two more. We'll do a quick one, and it is Spotify's AI.
Yeah, you've got. I don't use Spotify anymore because I much prefer to use YouTube Music because it's just much easier for me.
Yeah,
But you were showing me today that Spotify has actually launched an AI DJ beta, and you were actually demonstrating that before we went live. That it's basically your own personalized radio station. You basically just can listen to a radio station catered for your likes. So if you like metal music, if you like pop music or anything like that, this AI caters a basically a music station dedicated to you to listen to all your favorite tracks.
it's not just that though, which is really interesting. What it also does is that it incorporates stuff from your your library that you have pretty
Mm.
much of artists that you're following or
Hmm.
playlists that you've created and all that stuff. It curates all of that stuff, but then it can just throw you a right wing, just throw you off another course, and
Yeah.
um, it'll show you new music, new artists, around some of it around the same realm that you're used to, but on the other side, it also throws in stuff that you're not used to in certain genres.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I
Mm.
really like it. I think it's probably one of the best uses of AI at the moment.
I reckon it's a good idea for AI to actually kind of, it can go over all of your like it can go over what you like and that, and it honestly can go for your music and that, and kind of cater your likes. That's fine. I don't mind if AI is being used for that. But again, I've talked about AI before, and that I am a bit touchy on it, considering that I do believe AI can be used in a very bad light
Oh
to
yeah.
steal artwork from artists. I believe that, and it has happened. But
Uh,
for them to cater to your music likes by creating a station for you and actually understanding what you like, that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. I
there's
reckon
another
this is a
thing
good
they
thing.
do, which is really really cool, and it I was testing it out last night, and it
Mm-hmm.
throws off like right now we're going to play you a few tracks that you're heavily listening to back in 2017. So it goes through your history of what you were listening to and what major stuff you were listening to back then.
Mm.
And then it goes because like back in 2017, I was heavily listening to Simple Plan.
Oh my goodness, that's old school.
But here's some throwbacks that you were listening to majorly during 2017, the
Mm-hmm.
year of, and a rattle of stuff that happened in that year. And it's just like, yeah, here you go. And it says, and we're going to start it off with some Simple Plan. I was like, fucking hell, this is really fucking cool.
I
Really, really
I
fucking cool.
might look into doing Spotify again. I do love listening to Spotify, but again, I literally got like stuff on my YouTube music that I really love. I actually like listening to YouTube music. It's really good. It shows a lot of my likes and that, and I can easily access all of my tracks and that. And I honestly just like using it. But again, Spotify is pretty good. I do like it as well. And an
Well,
AI
our
DJ.
podcast goes straight to Spotify, so
Yeah, I
we
do like
Spotify podcasting. So
Yeah, I do like the AI DJ beta. It looks pretty cool. I do like how they kind of test in the waters and see if it'll work. If it doesn't work, then it's okay. Maybe they go back to the drawing board and try something else. But from what you showed me, it looks pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty cool for what they can do right now. So
Hmm.
um, I like it. If you guys have Spotify, definitely check that out. You just type in DJ and you'll be the first playlist right there for you.
Hmm.
All right, should we get into the last topic?
We got it here, and it's quite an interesting one. So we got a whole bunch of stuff from Gamescom. So Gamescom happened this year,
Last week.
um, last week
Last week.
in Cologne, Germany. Now, obviously, some big announcements happened. There were some really awesome things that happened. Some cool RPG games, some cool indie games being released. But my biggest one that I'm really excited about to seeing is the Black Myth Wukong, the literally one of the biggest hyped up Souls like games. I'm legit so
Yeah.
excited for this game because it's literally Sun Wukong. If you do not know what Sun Wukong is, it's basically the Monkey King. If you've known about Journey to the West, the whole myth of that, the
Wait,
Monkey
where are
King.
you?
I'm scrolled down a bit on the article to check out our hands-on impressions of Black Myth Wukong and watch 19 minutes of boss battles and gameplay because the the indie games look pretty cool. I'm excited to see them, but I really want to talk about Black Myth Wukong. This is an amazing game. I highly recommend you look into this because it is impeccable because this game is running on Unreal Engine 5. Yes, that Unreal Engine. It is upgraded the engine to
About time.
basically about fucking time. Now, this is a game that's going to be one of the most exciting RPGs of the Souls-like era because it has its own fresh approach to challenge, pace, and abilities. Now, what remains to be seen is how developer Game Science has approached wider RPG systems such as character development and leveling up. Should that, plus the level design of further chapters, match up to the quality bar of the boss we've seen, then Black Myth Wukong will be the successor everyone is hoping for. This game is amazing because it is actually taking a real world mythological tale of Journey to the West and bringing it to life. And also, when it comes to absolutely powerful myths, nothing is more powerful than Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. I mean, I watched today a I watch on YouTube. They're really cool. They do death battle where they take two characters, go through all of their abilities and that, and see who would win in a fight. They put Hercules versus Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong wiped the floor with Hercules because this is just a monkey, but he is so insanely powered. I mean, his weapon of choice is a staff that can grow, that literally can get to the size of the heavens, and he uses that as his main weapon. He literally steals from the Jade Emperor's garden all of these peaches, and then he gets immortality seeds and eats at least about 10 of them. So he's immortal at least 100 times, meaning you can't kill him.
Hmm.
He would not die. So when they finally did stop him, when they finally managed to stop him, because he was literally going to wage war on the heavens because they wouldn't let him join the heavens, he legit went to war against the heavens itself, including the Buddha. I highly recommend you type in, whenever you get the chance, Matt, to look up Sun Wukong versus Hercules death battle, and they give a full breakdown of who Sun Wukong is, and then you can actually watch Black Myth Wukong's gameplay and understand why I'm excited for this, because it is such an interesting take on a character. We've got another one too. This is
Let's just
from
quickly
Lies.
rattle it off. So obviously we saw some stuff to do with Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's new film.
I'm excited for that. It looks pretty damn good.
We got to see Starfield's first mission, plus also gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
That's
I'm
cool.
gonna try it.
Starfield, I'll give it a shot. Although, I saw something on Twitter
Um,
that made me laugh about Starfield. There is a guy on Twitter right now who's arguing why you can't land on certain planets. There's one planet that you can't land on. It's entirely made of gas. He literally argued about it, saying you can land on it. I'm like, there is no planet to land on. It's just a planet made of gas. It's a giant gas cloud.
it's just a gas ball.
Yeah, it's just a
Um,
gas ball, and he argued about it. It was funny.
Bastards there though. I'm jealous. During a presentation for Bethesda's upcoming open world RPG Starfield, Todd Howard surprised those who attended with a sneak peek at the forthcoming Fallout TV series. We got a poster. Well, not even a poster. Well, yeah, I'd say poster.
I'd say a poster.
And it's coming next year. For the
Yep.
Fallout series is finally coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we didn't get the trailer. I think that stinks.
That they're gonna keep. They
ages.
want to keep it under. They want to keep it under wraps.
Yeah, but they've been filming for ages. As I think this is the greedy in me. But if Guardians could do it after a week of filming,
I know. Look, I know.
we should be able to have this.
I know, but I want to see it too. I do, but I also, it has to be right because Fallout is an amazing series, and I love the Fallout. I mean,
But you could.
seriously.
It was apparently just a little teaser. You could easily do something. You could have.
I love Fallout.
You could have like some retro '50s music, and then, just pan up onto a TV with like the vault.
Wouldn't that be
Nope.
good?
Doing a
Wouldn't that
thumbs
be
up.
good?
That's all you could show, and I'll be like, I'm
Wouldn't
sold.
that?
That will give me that. That'll give me enough time until I get a trailer.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be good?
We got a game announcement for Project Mugen, which is a new open Mugen.
You know, some people were literally saying, "Isn't that?"
Genshin Impact?
Yeah, I heard some people saying that. Like some people literally saying like Insomniac is going to be writing a lawsuit. I'm like, no, they're not. They don't own the rights to Spider-Man swinging. It's a gameplay mechanic. They don't own the rights to it. They didn't come up with it.
We got stuff for Wayfinder revealed as a new MMO that looks like a fusion between Destiny and World of Warcraft.
which looks pretty cool. That's actually a pretty good idea, actually.
That sounds fucking sick. I was
Mhm.
actually just thinking to myself yesterday, going, "Is World of Warcraft still a thing?"
It is, but
Still paid because that was the one thing that I didn't like that I had to pay to be able to play World of Warcraft
mhm.
after you buy the fucking game. It was a monthly subscription. I didn't like that.
Just
You got some
quickly back to the
uh,
Fallout series. I'm interested to see how they're going to bring this to life.
yeah, that'll be interesting. Over shoulder look, you reckon? Like
I
camera?
reckon. I mean, mine lights up. See, I got little lights on it.
Yeah, mine does too.
You got the Bluetooth one, don't you?
No, I got a
I
3D one.
I wanted that Bluetooth one.
Just keep checking Facebook Marketplace.
I probably could find it.
We got stuff for like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yakuza with James Bond. We got Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty.
Which I'm playing at the moment. I'm playing not Phantom Liberty. I'm playing Cyberpunk at the moment
Okay, I need to know this. Before we continue, I need to know this now because I've been telling you to go back and play it
for years, like almost 2 years
for the
since
last
it came
3 years.
out. 3 years. God, that long
It's been 3 years in November since it came
since
out.
its
Yeah.
release. Yeah. All right. So, what do you want to ask me?
What are your thoughts? Are you enjoying it?
I'm liking it. There are a couple tiny little technical issues, but they're nothing compared to what I dealt with at release.
Mm.
It is the gunplay is really solid. It feels like I'm actually playing it properly now. I feel like it's had enough time to, it's had enough time to be fixed up, and I'm not finding any more issues with it anymore. Although there were a few little sound issues with some of the scenes. They were nothing compared to what I dealt with. I haven't dealt with any graphical glitches, and I haven't even dealt with any slowdown or stutter. Only in one time where it did get a bit much, but there was like a few seconds. Other than that, Cyberpunk. Pardon?
Any crashes?
No crashes.
Good.
No crashes yet.
So at the moment,
If there are any crashes that haven't happened, they were nothing compared to the crashes I dealt with when I had release. The crash I had at release, that is the most crashes on any video game I've ever played. I mean, for God's sake, I literally had 12 crashes. The game just could not handle it, and I was just like, this is not good. Considering that I used to play Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PS4, and I only had maybe one crash. Most of the time, the game ran smoothly.
Um,
I have one time, but it was just an error. It wasn't too bad.
What is your rating right now?
I'll give it an 8.5.
Wow.
I'll give it an 8.5. At release, a 1 because it was awful. But now, an 8.5 because the game's actually had time. And now that finally getting a DLC for it, Phantom Liberty, I do love that it's going to be introducing more weapons, more vehicles. I do love to see my good old boy fucking... Oh, God, I forgot the actor's name.
Idris
Elba, that's it. I'm excited to see his character. I'm excited to see his storyline. I love Keanu, and the fact that we got both Idris Elba and Keanu in a film, in a game, hell yeah. And if they ever decide to do more of the universe of Cyberpunk, which we know they will, I'm deeply excited to see more. I hope to God that we get away from doing backwards compatibility for games and we finally get a full-blown release of Cyberpunk on PS5 with proper haptic feedback on the controllers. Not a backwards compatibility version, an actual upgraded Cyberpunk made specifically for next gen, not backwards compatibility.
I do. They did.
Yeah, no. They did? I thought it was just backwards compatibility version. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah.
When was the last time you played Cyberpunk?
A couple of months ago.
Yeah, it's been a couple months. But I mean,
it uses the haptic feedbacks on the controller.
So it does? Yes. And it feels awesome? Yes. See, I don't know the PS5, so I don't know that.
So it makes me happy to hear that you're actually enjoying it, because it is a really good game.
It is a good game. The gunplay's solid. I do like some of the weapons and that. I'm excited to see more. I'm excited to delve deep more into this. I don't want to rush. I don't want
Oh,
to rush the
I'm not gonna
story. I'm
rush
going to
it.
take my time
Trust
on
me,
it.
the game is so long. It's so long, and the best thing is that there's multiple classes, and each class it's a complete. Every time you play it through, it's a different game. It's a different.
You can literally play the Gnome. I'm doing Nomad at the moment. I'm doing the Nomad
I
story.
can't remember who I'm doing, which story I'm doing right now. Um,
I played on the original when I first got it. I played both Nomad and Street. I never played
I
the
think I
Corpo.
was. Yeah,
So
I'm street. I'm street. That's what I'm doing.
yeah, I might do Corpo next time. My next
Hmm.
playthrough. Might do Corpo. I reckon that'd be fun.
All right. It just makes me happy to hear that you're enjoying it. It's so good.
All
Um,
right, so let's finish
we got.
up. Let's
We
wrap
look
it
at
up. Let's
Stalker
finish up
Two,
the last part. Yeah,
which you were looking at before, and you think it looks fantastic. Now we had a really good Lord of the Rings game come out this year.
we did.
We really did. The Golem. Um, and now we're going into that world again. Uh, IG,
With Return
IGN
to Moria.
can exclusively reveal the 13 minutes of gameplay for The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Yesterday, we exclusively revealed the next game in the popular fantasy series inspired by the books. It will be released on October 24th, 2023 on PS5 and PC as an exclusive on the Epic Games Store, while an Xbox X and S version is targeted as an early 2024 release. So we're at
Hmm.
least getting one good Lord of the Rings game this year.
Yep, not a absolute dumpster fire of a game that pretty much nearly that killed a company.
We got a gameplay teaser trailer for Deathground, which is a new survival horror game where you fight
Mm-hmm.
dinosaurs.
Which looks pretty good. Looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
We got a closer look at Forza Motorsport.
Mm-hmm.
We learned a bit more about Alan Wake 2.
I'm already excited for that.
Me too. AMD announced two Radeon RX 7000s GPUs.
That's insane.
Um, we got our first look at Neil Blomkamp's Off the Grid,
Mm-hmm.
which I'll check out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll add this link, by the way, everyone, to on our Facebook page, so you can go and check out these trailers yourself. We got 13 minutes of gameplay of Path of Exile 2, Druid. We got another teaser trailer for First Dwarf.
Yep.
Um, you're right. Project Mugen offers Spider-Man inspired anime action. Payday 3 will receive major content updates for 18 months post-launch.
Mm-hmm.
Homeworld 3 new war game mode adds co-op roguelike missions. We got um, more like a dragon stuff. The Two Embers official teaser trailer. More Off the Grid is as like a cyberpunk game within a game. Lies of P is looking like an A-class Souls-like game.
It is a really A class like Soulsborne game. I played the demo for it.
Did you? When did you play that?
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, really? I'll check it out then.
It's freaking. It's pretty
Based
good.
off Pinocchio.
Yes, you play as Pinocchio.
Oh, I'll check that out then.
It's pretty hard though. I will say this though. It is a Souls-like game.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out though, because
Mm-hmm.
that's really cool. It's a whole different take of Pinocchio. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we got stuff for Black Myth, which is what you were talking
Mm-hmm.
about.
Black with Wukong.
The Inquisitor,
Yep.
become Inquisitor Mortimer Matadin, and solve crimes
Mm-hmm.
and reveal secrets that have stayed that way for far too long. Um, Aloft Aloft puts players on floating islands that are trapped inside of an everlasting hurricane and asks them to survive and thrive. Build a base, sail to new islands, push back corrupting fungi, and much more. There is a game here that I'm not sure which one it is, but I was listening on the Nintendo podcast on Friday. Um, that there is a game here that looks like a Tears of the Kingdom clone.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called again?
I don't know which one it is. I'll have to look through these.
Yeah, you'll have to look for them.
But we got an official trailer for Bo, Path of the Teal Lotus, Back to the Dawn official trailer, Akatori official trailer. Akatori looks like a stylish adventure, and it promises Metroidvania action alongside slasher performing. Billy Busts Up, a musical 3D platformer, isn't something you hear every day, but it's something Billy Bust Up has taken to heart. Kind of looks like a My Little Pony thing. We got Vertigo 2, which is a PSVR 2 game. More Stalker 2 stuff. There's a few games there that I'm keen to look at.
Mm.
But we'll see. We'll see. So that was everything that that IGN covered at Gamescom. Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, there's so many awesome games coming out. I'm really excited to see Stalker. Yeah, we talked about that before. On there, that Stalker 2. If you've not played the original Stalker, if you check out Stalker, it's an amazing, it's a classic. It's a classic for FPS RPG. It's a lot of fun. Stalker 2, it's a very wacky freaking first person shooter, take place in Chernobyl. So many weird, wacky things. Look it up. Check out the gameplay for it. It's released on YouTube. You can easily look it up. It looks amazing. Holy crap. We have been going since. What time did we start at? We're going for like an hour and 41 minutes. This is a long one. We have a lot to cover here.
We did. I keep it around this mark too. It's been a nice mark. We can just.
It's been a nice mark, yeah. Yeah, I reckon it's good.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching and listening.
We appreciate you guys a lot for listening and watching our podcast. This has been a lot of fun, and we appreciate everybody who does. Even if they listens for 5 minutes, hell, if you listen for the whole thing, thank you. It means a lot for us. Yeah, me and Matt just want to say thank you so much. We enjoy doing this. We enjoy talking about anything movie, gaming, or entertainment related. It just feels kind of good to shoot the breeze and just enjoy talking about these things.
Before we go too, if any of you are listening or watching, and also you, my friend, we've got a direct on Friday, by the way.
Yes, we do, and it's all going to be about Super Mario's Wonder,
which I'm interested about, and I think for sure we're going to get that video statement about Charles Martinet too.
Yes, we will.
I reckon he's not in that game.
No, he's not. This is the first Mario game that he is not in it.
Before we do go though, there is one final thing I do want to quickly talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one thing that we did see at Gamescom.
What was that?
We got the PlayStation Portal reveal, like the full-on reveal, and how much it's going to cost.
And how much I hate it. I hate it. I generally hate
USD, I think that equivalates here to about $399 for a game.
No Bluetooth. No fucking Bluetooth. There's no fucking that you literally have to be always online. It only just casts your PlayStation 5 games. There's going to be no fucking marketplace. It's just a glorified.
It's a glorified backbone controller. That's all it is. I can literally get that device right now using the backbone controllers that they released for a lot less. Let's have a look. Android backbone PS5.
I'm just hanging my head in shame because the PSP and the PlayStation Vita are better than this piece of shit.
Did they release one?
And this is meant to be next gen. Why are we going backwards on this crap?
The Android one is only available in for the Xbox version. So I'm not even sure if I'll be able to use that for the PlayStation one. I don't know. but for
Oh my
179
god.
compared to the 399.
Just
It's
I'm
I
just
know.
okay. I'm just gonna break the mold here a bit. Fuck you, Sony, for doing this.
Here we
Really,
go.
I know that.
If I go on the Bones website, I can get the PlayStation Edition for Android for 180. So
Oh my god! Just I'm gonna say it
yeah,
again.
I'll show you.
I know I don't like attacking companies on here. I don't like doing that like I used to. But I'm just gonna go call back Malta. Fuck you, Sony, for releasing a supposedly portable console when the thing is you can't even leave your house with it. You can't leave your house with this thing.
Wi-Fi system.
This
That's the only thing.
literally this yeah, and the thing is though, we live in a
That is
country where we have some of the
backbone.
worst we have the
That's
it literally looks exactly
that's a
the
backbone
same.
controller.
Oh my
Yep,
god. This is
for
what
a
the
lot
absolute fuck.
less.
Oh my god. This looks awful.
I'll,
Like you can get that for a
I
lot
mean,
less, and also
it, it,
can you put
it
games
looks
on it on
nice.
this backbone? It's
No,
just a
literally, it's a
glorified
controller that you can
screen.
connect to your phone.
It is literally a glorified portable controller with a screen on it to cast your PlayStation 5 games from your PlayStation 5. It's got no marketplace to buy and download games. I guarantee you some people will buy this and they will jailbreak it and they will basically put games onto it.
Oh, I already know one person that's going to do that, and that's Wolf Den.
Oh yeah, 100%. They literally said they would do that. And I'm like, do it because I want to see it. Remember when the PlayStation Classic came out with the small fucking library of games? What do people do? They jailbreaked it and literally started putting
It
hundreds of
wasn't
PlayStation 1 games on it.
I'm pretty sure they
No,
were
it
using
wasn't.
like a fucking micro SD card or some shit like that inbuilt
Yeah,
into the thing. You just have to break it open.
yeah, I know. Here's the
Download them
crazy thing
all.
about the PlayStation Classic. They literally uploaded games onto that were not PAL, that they were from America, which means most of our televisions and that, they literally would have so many fucking graphical errors and gameplay glitches because of where it was made, because of the settings, which Sony knows about, but they don't care about it. They were just
Um,
said, fuck it, just release it anyway. It was a bummer of a fucking console. They never should have done it. They should have, if they're going to do it, they should have done it right. It's also not a fucking gameplay. It's not a PlayStation Classic. It was a piece of shit, and that's my talk on the PlayStation Classic. Honestly, I get it. I've said it twice now, and I'm going to say it again. Massive fucking L to Sony for even thinking this was a good idea. This thing
it's the
is going
full
to.
portable, and it's not really that portable. I mean,
It's
I
not
think
portable. You can't even leave your house with it.
I reckon I could access it and use my mobile tethering because yeah, well that's it. You know, I can play my PlayStation 5 on my phone. You
I
know,
could literally got a big fucking screen. I could literally get something that could attach to both sides of this, connect
that
it up to the fucking CV. Yeah, exactly.
that
I could literally do that. Sony's trying to say that this is the best thing. I'm like,
it's not.
I've got something that's better and it costs way less. So why should I buy yours? Oh, it's Sony exclusive.
It's an Android device as well. So once we break
Oh,
into
I'm done. I'm
once
done. I'm
we
done
jailbreak,
talking. Oh, I'm done.
download
If I
the
keep
Google Play
talking about
Store,
it, if I'm
and
done
you'll
talking
download
about it,
RetroArch.
look, everybody, if you really want to have something that's portable, that is of the modern day, that you can actually thoroughly enjoy, just get a Switch. Get a Nintendo Switch.
As awful as it sounds, I really want to get it to try it out.
Oh, of course you do. Of course you do.
I want to try it out.
You literally bought FIFA just to get the Ted Lasso DLC.
Yeah, but I didn't pay full price for it though. I only paid $20,
True
and it
that.
wasn't DLC. It was already included into the game.
Okay, fair. You know, actually, I'll tell you after the show. Found something really interesting, Ted Lasso related, but I'll tell you after the show because we really need to wrap it up.
Oh, no, you quickly tell me now.
There's
'Cause
Ted
you guys
Lasso pop vinyls available. I've seen at Zing in the city.
You know, it was my birthday the other day.
I know. You've told me before. This is why I want to keep it off the thing because I'm embarrassed.
No, what I was saying is that you could buy me that for my birthday.
I probably can. I get paid. But we really need to wrap this up because we've been over talking for a bit. Anyway, guys, we
Anyway,
appreciate everybody listening.
thank you for listening. Tyler, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram. TalentCos is my Insta. You can also check me out there as well. Check me out on Facebook and that. I'm on X. Actually, no, I'm not on X. I
I
don't
wouldn't
really
brand
use X
out.
that much. I use Threads. I'm on Threads as well. People still use Threads. I like it. Check me out on TikTok too. Check out also the Pixelated Popcorn podcast on Instagram, also on TikTok, and also on Facebook. And yeah, check us out on Spotify. I believe we have a YouTube. We have YouTube.
I'll be setting that up for this episode tonight. Yes, this will be the
Sweet.
first official video version of the Pixelated Popcorn podcast.
We appreciate everybody who goes and checks us out there. Subscribes, thank you. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Keep notifications on for that too. YouTube likes to kind of really bury a lot of videos without notifications on. But that's it from us, guys. Yeah, and where can people find you, Techie? Matthew? God damn it. I said their old name. Yeah, I said the old name. Jesus.
You can find me on on Instagram at Imagine Pixels. It's where you'll find all my photography stuff. So if you're
Get a
in
shoot
need
from
of
him.
a photographer, hit me up.
If you need to do a wedding, hit him up. He's pretty good with that.
Yeah, thank you. Also on Twitch at Nintendo AU.
You need to get back on live. You need to play some more games on there.
I do. Maybe I might
Keep
do Red Dead.
harassing you to do that. Yeah, you should.
What?
You should. You probably should.
I'm just so busy at the moment. I don't have.
I know.
And that's pretty much it. Just and then on here as well. So yeah. Well, until next week, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we will see you next week, where you will also be able to hear our thoughts on Ahsoka episode 4, which I cannot wait for. Until then, guys, we'll catch you later. My name's Matt,
and my name's Tyler.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.